Welcome back to What's Next Garage. Today we have a 2001 Nissan Xterra. Has some rusty brake lines. This Wisconsin salt really does tear up brake lines.
Tire actually came down pretty easy. It's just kind of hard to find this little notch.
The tool goes into there and you have to hit right here. So it's on an angle, and then when the tire's up, it's really dark. Now we've got a brake line leak, and this is where the brake line leak is right here. It kind of sprays up. So I'm gonna cut here, pinch this shut so that none drains from the main system. And then I'm going to remove that, take that fitting with me to the auto parts store, get it sized up, and then I'll get the line in here, and then we should be good to go. Stick around, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Whew. I found a fitting. I'm just gonna see if this fits in there. And if it fits, then I'm gonna put this one back in. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in there just to keep debris out. Then I'll take this one, I'll measure this up, and see if I can get a pre-made line. And then what I'll do is just kind of form it, because they had a hump over this, but I'm gonna probably bring it along. I'll put a pre-made line, and we'll just tie this in with the pre-made line. By using a 10mm wrench, it gives us a bit of a feel, so that we can, stop cranking if it doesn't seem right. But this is going in nice and easy. You can see the play, so that play will go away once we're all the way tight. And then we'll have to form this line to go in there, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm using a flare nut wrench. They're thicker, and then they have 1, 2, 3, 4. You can grab 4 flats. It's a flare nut wrench. I'm going to use it on here because it'll give me a much better ability to tighten this down without really worrying about stripping things out. That's going to be perfect. I think this was just like this. So we're gonna make it something similar to that. Make it up around, let's go in here. So you can kind of maneuver this stuff around a little. We'll go like this. So then, we're gonna go right into there, and that threaded right in. If you don't buy the OEM line, or you don't make your own line, you have to make some decisions on how you're gonna route it. And at times, it may look a little rugged, but it'll be okay. Now we get our 10mm line wrench, and this is where this works good, because you could come in and now you have really good control, and you can tighten that down nice. Okay, so this is still smooth, right? And that's the beauty of this line. This radius, although it looks tight, it's still smooth. There's no kinks, nothing. So we're coming through, we got plenty of room there. Right, so we got plenty of room in there. We're good all through here. And maybe, we'll see this, I can't really tie this to that. We'll be good when the suspension comes down to here, if it bottoms out. So that'll do it for the line. Pretty simple. Okay, so now all we gotta do is bleed it. So there must have been a bracket right here. It looks like it rusted off. Because right now, if you're driving, it's gonna be doing that probably. So we gotta try and make something from here to there. I don't know, maybe I don't know if I'll drill a little hole in there. I will see, we'll come up with something. Okay, so this bracket that we were looking at, it's rusty. I can't bend on it or nothing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to I'm just gonna remove this bolt, and I'm gonna take this piece of aluminum and I'm gonna drill a hole in it, and then I'm gonna slip it in here so this bolt will hold this piece in place. This is aluminum, and then I'll bend it down and we'll attach that we'll attach that brake line to that. So that'll at least give us some structure so it doesn't vibrate around. So okay, let's get drilling. So that looks pretty good. And then we'll come over here. We'll bend this guy down. I think we'll go underneath here, like this. Right, then we'll kind of make a loop there. I just want to make this a little bit better platform here. Now we're gonna give it a little bit of a twist. Now I could, for the most part, just do this, right? Run that around, and then squeeze this down like that, and I would be pretty happy with that. You know what? I'm really good with that. I don't particularly, that should be a little bit over. I guess I wasn't really thinking that I would actually do that. We'll get this over here, like that. There. That's better. That's actually better. So that puts it right up here. And that's gonna hold that away from this pumpkin. It's gonna just keep everything nice and solid. Yep, I like that a lot. Good. And we're gonna have to watch this guy when we bleed him. This may need to be a little bit tighter. Very nice. Now on to bleeding the brakes. I've got the bleeder open and I have the reservoir filled up, so I'm just gonna leave this open until I get my vacuum pump set up. That way this can at least get a start to bleed down, and I filled up the reservoir. We are going to vacuum our way with this setup. So we're pulling on there. I just gotta go up and check the reservoir to make sure that's getting filled up. Now I'm just gonna do that around the whole system. Oh, we actually had it pretty dang close to being done. I had the brakes, blood and everything, but then this, which goes way up there, decided to pop a hole also. That way, hopefully, whole pink got nothing to do with it. It is loose. We got her. Look at that. So I should have just gave it a little bit of time to cool. There, wow, that worked good. I'm happy with that, holy cow. We'll just cool that off. So that worked. That got us out of this jam. But that was rusted out as soon as I started to get some brake pressure on it, then it went no good. Okay, moving on. Well, we had this thing all set, and all I was waiting for was the trailer hitch assembly so that I could put in the trailer hitch lights for them. And unfortunately, when I bled the brakes, I got a good pedal. I pushed the pedal one more time, it went to the floor. And we broke another line up there. Right up there. So I have to pull that whole line out all the way up to the front. It's up there. We'll continue to go over to here. And it goes inside here, which looks really cool. I'll have to pull this off. Perhaps I can get a fitting right here. If that's the case, it won't be so bad. Otherwise, I'll have to come through up there and rerun it. So I'll pull this off. We'll take a look inside, and I bet all of these will probably break. I'll probably break the heads off. So it's gonna be awesome. But we'll get her. One thing at a time, we'll get her. So it's up there, runs along, and then it runs to the back of the vehicle. All right, let's get this thing down and let's get this done. I did purchase 25 feet of the NiCop, which is the copper, nickel, and a little bit of iron alloy tubing. It bends really nice. It's 3/16. And then we have these 10 millimeter by 1 thread pitch, these steel nuts. And then I think one of my kids said he's got a flare tool back here somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna stop with that. I don't wanna go too far with that. I don't wanna wreck that. Okay, well, we'll try some PD Blaster. And then I'll give you one guess as to what line it was. It's that one, right there. So, I'm just gonna give it a snip, ka-chink, right there. There's my snip-a-doodles. Okay, so we're just gonna go in. We're gonna give this guy a snip right here. That's the guy, let's hope. Now it looks like at one point, oh, now we're gonna have a mess. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna have to get some more brake fluid. Okay. Oh, look at that, oh my goodness. We'll put that guy in there and tighten it. That even leaks worse than the other one. Drippity drip, drip, drippity drip, drip. Look at Frosty go. Drippity drip, drip, drippity drip, drip over the fields of snow. Oh, look at that. We got one. I'm gonna just put a little tighten on that. Oh, look at that. It is not even dripping. So that's pretty good. All right, good. Now I will stick a line in there and we'll get it into the trough and it's gonna be good to go. I'm happy with this. As you can see right there, I pushed through because that is actually bolted to the side. But I was actually able to push that through there, so he's in that holder. And now we're just gonna go down to the next one, which is right up there. Right up there. And then I just gotta push that guy up a little and then kind of feed it through. And if I damage that first little inch or so, I'm okay with that. Because once I get through there, then I'm just in these little clips. So that will be super cool. All right. So while I bend this one in, I'm gonna gently pull on this. Oops. I thought I said gently. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna bring him in. Okay, we're gonna use my little Proline super tool. I bought this. I forget if it was at AutoZone. I don't know where I bought it. So now if we look at our end, now this end looks really good. It doesn't look bad. I'll do a little deburr on it and then we'll take a look at it again. We're just gonna take this little bitty teeny weeny thingamajigger and just kind of go in there. See, we pulled up a little burr. And I'm gonna have to go to the other side. Oh, that's looking really good. Yep, that's looking really good. So if you take a look, that looks really good. Okay, now I'm gonna go and blow one the other end, just to make sure there's no chips in it. Nut on there, nice, okay. Okay, so just go until that's down. That's all it needs. No gorilla. Perfect, okay. Let's take this piece out of there. We have our start. And then bring this guy in. Right there. And tighten him down. And that's it. That's tight, okay. Take that off of there. And we have a perfect flare. So take a look. That's a perfect looking flare. Yep, that's nice. Good to go. Okay, and that'll go right in there. Well, we're gonna wait, we're gonna do the back one. That's pretty tight. Okay, and then that's gonna go there like that. And then we'll get that baby into there. So let's go get that front one tightened up.
That took 9 minutes and 35 seconds.
There we go. That's how that goes. That's it. Just like that. Good. Nice and solid. Get this guy clipped up in there. There. Good. Okay. I don't like this here because I think the dissimilar metals, having the aluminum and this copper nickel, I don't think I want to put something in there to protect that. The only thing, if I'd have known I had to replace the other one, I would have made a piece for here, but I mean, that's gonna be okay. This is up out of the way. It's not gonna get hung on anything. And then, because this right here was where the support for the original brake line was, right there. So I put this guy in here. Now I'm gonna just use this rubber to keep the aluminum away from the copper nickel and ferrous material. And that's good. That's gonna hold it. We have no leaks. We've got that all put back together up there. And we're good on the brakes there. That's it. Just got done taking it for a ride and the brakes work good. I put the spare tire inside the vehicle so that they can get that fixed. If we look at the brake reservoir, right to the full line, to the max. So we're good to go. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode of What's Next Garage. We did brake lines. We fixed up the bracket that holds the brake line. So we're good to go on this one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.